light streams through the window panes. Golden hues dance across the floor. The barista calls my name with a smile. Steam rises from cups galore. The accordion player in a corner sets the rhythm for my day. With every note my worries fade in this perfect hideaway. Cafe creme, sweet cafe creme, the morning ritual that sets me free. Cafe creme, oh cafe creme, this is where I'm meant to be. Where strangers smile and friends embrace, and time moves differently here. The melody of Paris mornings makes everything so clear. Conversations blend like a symphony. Pages turn in forgotten books. Artists sketch the passing scenes, while lovers share knowing looks. The rhythmic tap of spoons on china matches raindrops on the glass. I could stay here forever, watching as the moments pass. La vie en rose through misty eyes, the world outside can wait. These precious hours of simple joy are what we celebrate. The piano joins the accordion, the sunbeams dance and play. In this little corner of paradise, I find myself each day. Cafe creme, sweet cafe creme, the morning ritual that sets me free. Cafe creme, oh cafe creme, this is where I'm meant to be. Where strangers smile and friends embrace, and time moves differently here. The melody of Paris mornings makes everything so clear. The day begins with music and ends with memories made. In this cafe by the corner, where magic never fades. Cafe creme, cafe creme, my heart is yours to keep. Cafe creme, the promise I will keep. Strolling down the boulevard with sunshine on my face. Every step a rhythm, every moment full of grace. Strangers pass with friendly nods, their stories yet untold. Each one carrying dreams, both the new and the old. Boulevard dreams in shades of gold, stories waiting to unfold. Music floating through the air, taking me anywhere. Boulevard dreams beneath blue skies, open heart and open eyes, finding magic in between these boulevard dreams. Street performers share their gifts for anyone who'll pause. A painter captures light and shade without a moment's pause. Children chase paper boats along the fountain's edge, while I collect these precious scenes like treasures I must hedge. Sometimes I think this city breathes with lungs of stone and steel. Its heartbeat is the footsteps of those who truly feel. The pulse of possibility that runs through every street. The symphony of city life that makes my heart complete. Boulevard our dreams in shades of gold, stories waiting to unfold, music floating through the air, taking me anywhere. Boulevard dreams beneath blue skies, open heart and open eyes, finding magic in between these boulevard dreams. I stop to watch reflections in a shop window's glass, 100 versions of myself as clouds and people pass. In this moment I am endless, in this city I am free to chase these boulevard dreams and discover who I'll be. So I'll keep walking forward with rhythm in my stride, collecting boulevard dreams with arms open wide. For in these winding city streets, my spirit finds its song. Boulevard dreams should tell me where I truly belong. Walking up the winding streets where artists once found their muse, echoes of a bygone era in every shade and hue. The skyline of the city spreads out beneath my feet, and memories come flooding back of when we used to meet. Mama, memories in shades of blue, paintings of moments I spent with you, accordion melodies drift lifting through the air, taking me back to when we were there, to that cafe on the corner where time stood still. Those Montmartre memories, they're with me still. The tables where we sat for hours, discussing dreams until dawn, the wine that tasted sweeter when shared with you, mon amour. I traced the paths we wandered, see ghosts of who we were, the laughter and the whispers all beginning to blur. The pianist plays our favorite song, as if he somehow knows that I've returned to find the pieces of the love we chose to let go. But in every note, in every chord, I hear your voice again, telling me that beauty remains even when the story ends. Montmartre memories in shades of blue, paintings of moments I spent with you, accordion melodies drifting through the air, taking me back to when we were there, to that cafe on the corner where time stood still. Those Montmartre memories, they're with us. The sun sets over Sacré-Cœur and lights begin to glow. I whisper mercy to the winds for memories that still flow. Montmartre, keep our secrets safe within your cobbled ways. I'll return to walk these streets again another 80 days. Chalk-stained fingers work with care, creating worlds upon the ground. Masterpieces made to fade, genius rarely so profound. Passers-by toss coins and praise, few truly stop to see the fleeting beauty being born in perfect harmony. The sidewalk artist knows the truth, that nothing lasts forever. Beauty lives within the moment, not in what we try to treasure. Colors bloom and then they fade, just like each passing day. The sidewalk artist teaches me to live the present way. I watch for hours as she creates a landscape from her mind. The Seine at sunset, no Rodin with details so refined. Tomorrow rain will wash away what took all day to form, yet still she smiles and carries on as if this is the norm. How brave to pour your heart and soul into something bound to disappear, to find the courage to create, to find the courage to create, despite the knowledge that the end is near. Perhaps that's what makes it precious, the certainty of its demise. Like cherry blossoms in the spring, their beauty tied to their goodbye. The sidewalk artist knows the truth, that nothing lasts forever. Beauty lives within the moment, not in what we try to treasure. Colors bloom and then they fade, just like each passing day. The sidewalk artist teaches me to live the present way. When evening comes, her work complete, she packs her chalk away. No sadness for what soon will wash into the drains by day. Tomorrow is another chance for something new, she says. The blank slate is a gift, you see, not something to be feared. So I'll remember what she taught as I walk these streets of dreams, to value what is here and now, not dwell on might have beens. The sidewalk artist waves goodbye, her lesson etched in me, more permanent than any art could ever hope to be. On the street of dreams I wander, where reality bends and blurs. The morning fog embraces me as the city slowly stirs. Cafe tables waiting patiently for stories to unfold. Another day of possibilities, new chapters to be told. Rue de Rêve, where dreamers meet, where fantasy and real life blend. Rue de Rêve, where hearts beat to rhythms that never end. The piano plays, the accordion sways, as minutes turn to hours on this magical street, where I find peace among the springtime flowers. The old man with his weathered hands creates melodies so sweet. The student with her notebook full of verses incomplete. The lovers sharing croissants with fingers intertwined. We're all just passing characters in stories yet to find. Sometimes I think I see you in the crowd across the way. A familiar laugh, a silhouette that quickly fades away. But on this street of dreams and hopes, perhaps that's how it should be. Some people are just visitors in our hearts' geography. Rue de Rêve, where dreamers meet, where fantasies blend. Rudy Red, where hearts beat to rhythms that never end. The piano plays, the accordion sways as minutes turn to hours. On this magical street where I find peace among the springtime flowers. Waitress brings another cup of inspiration brewed with care. She knows that I'll be sitting here until the table's clear, watching as the world transforms from morning light to evening glow. On this street that holds the dreams of everyone I know. Rudy Red, hold me close tonight as stars appear above. Rudy Red, my heart's delight, my never-ending love. When I am lost, you guide me home. When I am found, you set me free. Rudy Red, my sweet Rudy Red, you're everything to me. Has a keeper with whiskers and bright eyes. She judges all who enter with a gaze both sharp and wise. Her throne beside the window where sunlight warms her fur. The patrons all adore her and the staff all call her Sirs. Le Chat du Café, watching every move, silently approving of the morning's groove. Le Chat du Café, elegant and proud, allowing us the honor of being her crowd. Her purrs blend with the muse not passing tongue by. Le Chat du Café, the true heart of this cafe so divine. She chooses laps with caution, not everyone will do. The writer with the notebook, the painter with eyes blue. Sometimes she brings a gift, a trinket she has found, a bottle cap, a ribbon, a treasure from the ground. They say she's been here longer than anyone can recall, watching generations as seasons rise and fall. Some whisper she's the spirit of this beloved place, keeping watch eternal with feline charm and grace. Le Chat du Café, watching every move, silently approving of the morning's groove. Le Chat du Café, elegant and proud, allowing us the honor of being her crowd. Her purrs blend with the music, her yarns mark passing time. Le Chat du Café, the true heart of this cafe so divine. The owner says she chooses who prospers, who will fail. If she sits by your table, success will soon prevail. I leave a bit of cream as offering to this queen, the most important critic this cafe's ever seen. As evening shadows lengthen, she makes her final rounds, accepting gentle scratches before her nightly bounds. Le Chat du Café, ruler of us all, will return tomorrow at her silent call. Le Chat du Café, mysterious and true, this cafe wouldn't be the same without you. settling slowly along the river, no destination in my mind. Just following where the path may lead, leaving all my cares behind. The water reflects the passing clouds like mirrors to another world, where worries dissolve like morning mist and happiness unfurls. Riding my bicycle by the Seine, with rhythm in my heart. The accordion plays, the city sways, a perfect work of art. Time slows down, worries drown in this moment pure and clear. Riding my bicycle by the Seine is when I'm happiest here. The boats drift by like lazy thoughts, couples stroll hand in hand. Street musicians create the soundtrack for this day so grand. The basket filled with bread and cheese, a notebook and a pen, to capture all these fleeting thoughts before they float away again. Sometimes the simplest pleasures are the ones that mean the most, like sunlight dancing on the water, or the way the willows ghost across the surface of the Seine, creating patterns, creating dreams, reminding me that beauty lives in ordinary scenes. Riding my bicycle by the Seine, with rhythm in my heart. The accordion plays, the city sways, a perfect work of art. Time slows down, worries drown in this moment pure and clear. Riding my bicycle by the Seine is when I'm happiest here. The afternoon stretches endlessly like the river flowing by. Each pedal stroke a meditation beneath the gentle sky. I stop to watch the fishermen, with patience I admire. Finding joy in the waiting game is something I aspire. As evening falls across the Seine and lights begin to glow, I turn my bicycle towards home with peaceful heart in tow. These moments by the riverside will carry me through days when I need to remember how to find the simpler ways. Frost patterns on the windows, like nature's own art show. Inside the warmth envelops me as bitter winds still blow. Hands wrapped around a hot drink, thawing from the cold. The cafe fills with seekers, escaping winter's hold. Winter cafe, shelter from the storm. Winter cafe, keeping spirits warm. When the world turns white and silent and darkness comes too soon, the Winter Cafe welcomes us like a second living room. Scarves and gloves and heavy coats piled high on every chair. The smell of cinnamon and spice perfumes the steamy air. Conversations seem more intimate when spoken through the chill. The pianist plays more tenderly, as if time's standing still. There's something about winter evenings that brings people close together. Sharing warmth becomes essential when facing such harsh weather. Strangers smile more readily and friends embrace with care. The Winter Cafe creates a bond that's beyond compare. Winter Cafe, shelter from the storm. Winter Cafe, keeping spirits warm. When the world turns white and silent and darkness comes too soon, the Winter Cafe welcomes us like a second living room. steam with stories of those who found their way through snowdrifts and through icy paths to end their winter day. The waitress brings hot chocolate with extra cream on top, a simple act of kindness that makes my heart just stop. So let the snow keep falling, let winter do its worst, for in this cafe sanctuary my soul can be immersed in warmth and light and friendship when darkness seems so near. Winter Cafe, my haven until spring shall appear. At the little table by the window, where sunlight paints patterns on wood, I've watched 1,000 strangers passing, more stories than one person should. The chair across from mine stays empty, though sometimes filled by passers-by who share a moment of connection before they wave their quick goodbye. Locked tea table knows my secrets, locked tea table holds my dreams. Through changing seasons, changing faces, nothing is quite as it seems. But this table stays day after day, a constant in a world of change. La petite table, my companion through moments both mundane and strange. The waitress knows me by my order, a simple nod is all it takes. She brings my coffee with a smile, along with little almond cakes. I've written poems, letters, stories on napkins when inspiration struck. Some days the words flow like the river, some days I sit in silent luck. How many lives I've crossed at this spot, how many tears and laughs been shared. If this table could speak of all it's seen, what wisdom would be declared? The scratches tell of conversations, the stains of moments gone too soon. The wobble from uneven floorboards keeps rhythm like a gentle tune. La petite table knows my secrets, la petite table holds my dreams. The changing seasons, changing faces, nothing is quite as it seems. But this table stays day after day, a constant in a world of change. La petite table, my companion through moments both mundane and strange. Sometimes I catch my reflection in the window as the day grows dim, and wonder if I've changed as much as all I've witnessed from within this cafe. That becomes a universe where stories weave and intersect. At this little table by the window, where I observe and I reflect. La petite table, when I'm fidèle, you've served me well through all these years. Betrayed tea table, simple treasure through laughter, growth and quiet tears. And when someday I've gone away, someone new will take my place, but part of me will always linger at this table, in this space. Between the rush of morning coffee and evening's candlelit affair lies the peaceful afternoon hours when time seems suspended in air. The cafe settles to a quiet hum as lunch crowds slowly disperse, leaving space for contemplation and thoughts that love to immerse. Afternoon interlude, precious hours of calm when the world slows its pace. A soothing balm, the piano notes drift lazily through the room as shadows slowly bloom. Afternoon interlude, neither here nor there, a moment at a time beyond compare, when dreams and reality gently collide, and I'm content to just abide. The waiter reads his paperback novel between serving occasional guests. The barista wipes down the counters as the espresso machine rests. I spread my notebook across the table, ideas forming without haste. In this afternoon sanctuary, nothing feels like a waste. There's wisdom in these in-between spaces where pressure eases its grip, when we're neither rushing towards something nor feeling the day slip. Perhaps this is where we find ourselves when we stop trying so hard, in these afternoon interludes, when time's no longer our guard. Afternoon interlude, precious hours of calm when the world slows its pace. A soothing balm, the piano notes drift lazily through the room as shadows slowly bloom. Afternoon interlude, neither here nor there, a moment at a time beyond compare, when dreams and reality gently collide, and I'm content to just abide. The sunlight shifts through the windows, creating new landscapes of light. The old clock on the wall ticks softly with no reason to rush its flight. A cat stretches across a warm patch of sunlight upon the floor. This peaceful afternoon is what I've been searching for. So I'll linger in this gentle space between coming and going away, savoring afternoon's simple grace as it carries me through the day. Afternoon interlude, sweet repose, a gift that I choose to receive. Afternoon interlude, time slows, I believe. Tapping gentle rhythms against the window pane, creating the natural music like soft refrain. The cafe fills with travelers seeking shelter from the storm, shaking umbrellas, shedding coats, trying to get warm. Rainy day jazz playing in my mind, melodies that soothe the soul and help me unwind. Accordion notes blend with raindrops fall, creating harmony that speaks to us all. These rainy day blues turn sweet in this place, where strangers find comfort in shared empty space. Steam rises from coffee cups, glasses fog with breath. Conversations grow more honest when skies weep without rest. The pianist in the corner feels the mood and starts to play notes that match the weather, perfect for this kind of day. There's beauty in the grayness, there's comfort in the sound of rain creating music as it falls upon the ground. We're all just waiting patiently for clouds to break apart, but secretly enjoying this excuse to fill our hearts. Rainy day jazz playing in my mind, melodies that soothe the soul and help me unwind. Accordion notes blend with raindrops fall, creating harmony that speaks to us all. These rainy day blues turn sweet in this place, where strangers find comfort in shared empty space. The hours pass unnoticed as pages slowly turn. The rain continues falling as candles gently burn. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than in this cozy scene, where jazz notes meet with raindrops to wash the world clean. Even when the sun returns to brighten up the day, a part of me will miss this mood and wish the rain would stay. So I'll remember rainy days when jazz played in my mind, when strangers shared a moment of the most perfect kind. They gather every Tuesday at 2:30. The friends who've known each other since the world was new. Their laughter fills the corner, reserved just for their crew, sharing stories, sharing lives, the way old friends do. Les Amis du Café, holding court each day, watching as the world transforms in every way. Yet their friendship stays the same through decades gone. Les Amis du Café, where they belong. Cards are dealt, jokes are told, memories unfold. Marcel with his pipe tobacco, Odette with her pearls. Jacques still talks of women like he's chasing girls. Marie brings fresh pastries from her daughter's shop. They share in all life's moments, the highs and the drops. I watch them from my table and hope someday to find the kind of bond that lasts when time leaves much behind. They've seen wars and weddings, births and funerals too, yet still they come together like they always do. Les Amis du Café, holding court each day, watching as the world transforms in every way. Yet their friendship stays the same through decades gone. Les Amis du Café, where they belong. Cards are dealt, jokes are told, memories unfold. Les Amis du Café, young hearts growing old. Sometimes they notice me watching and wave me to join, sharing wisdom and cognac, stories and coin. Life moves too quickly, Sherry, Odette says with a wink. So find your cafe family before you even think. One day their table may be empty, but their spirits will remain in the corner of this cafe, through sunshine and through rain. Les Amis du Café, treasured soul, so rare, teaching us that life is best when it's shared. Les Amis du Café, bless this sacred space with laughter that time cannot erase. The cafe tables catch the light as day prepares to fade. The city takes on golden hues, a masterpiece well made. People linger longer now, no reason to depart. But when sunset paints the boulevard with colors from the heart. Sunset Boulevard, where day meets night, in a gentle handshake of fading light. When cafe windows turn to gold and new stories start to unfold. Sunset Boulevard, that magic hour when everything glows with hidden power. And we all become who we wish to be in this moment of possibility. The waiter lights the candles as shadows start to grow. The pianist changes tempo to something sweet and slow. Faces soften in this light that flatters everyone, making poets of us all as we watch the setting sun. They call it the blue in Paris, the blue hour in between, when day hasn't fully surrendered, the night can clearly be seen. It's a time for transformation, for promises and for dreams, for watching as the city changes into more than what it seems. Sunset Boulevard, where day meets night, in a gentle handshake of fading light. When cafe windows turn to gold and new stories start to unfold. Sunset Boulevard, the magic hour when everything glows with hidden power. And we all become who we wish to be in this moment of possibility. The street lamps flicker into life, one by one they glow, creating constellations along the streets below. Evening diners start to arrive as day workers depart. The boulevard transforms itself like a carefully crafted art. So I'll sit a while longer in this perfect in-between, where sunset claims the boulevard in its ephemeral scene. For tomorrow it will happen again, yet never quite the same. Sunset Boulevard, keep your magic, too beautiful to name. Twilight settles on the boulevard, street lamps flicker into light. The intellectual crowd emerges to claim the magical night. Glasses clink in celebration of ideas newly formed, in this haven for the thinkers where the mind gets transformed. Evening in Saint-Germain, where philosophers still reign, where poets find their verses in wine glasses and refrains. The accordion plays softly as thoughts begin to flow. Evening in Saint-Germain, the only place to go. Students argue politics with passion in their eyes. Writers scribble frantically before inspiration flies. Artists sketch the passing scene, capturing the light that falls across the centuries on this enchanted night. history, the conversations they would share. From Sartre to de Beauvoir, the ghosts are everywhere. But tonight we add our voices to this intellectual dance, continuing traditions that define the soul of France. Evening in Saint-Germain, where philosophers still reign, where poets find their verses in wine glasses and frames. The accordion plays softly as thoughts begin to flow. Evening in Saint-Germain, the only place to go. The waiter brings another round, no need to place an order. He knows that we'll be here for hours, crossing every mental border, debating art and politics and what it means to be inheritors of this cafe culture, this grand legacy. As midnight chimes across the city and stars appear above, I toast to Saint-Germain-des-Prés, this district that I love, where minds can meet in harmony and souls can truly speak. Evening in Saint-Germain, the treasure that we seek. The cafe dims its overhead lights as evening settles in. Candles flicker on each table, creating shadows on skin. Voices lower to gentle murmurs, as if secrets must be shared in this intimate atmosphere where souls are bare. Candlelight conversations, words flowing like fine wine, truths that wouldn't be spoken in the harsh light of daytime. The accordion plays so softly, it's almost just a sigh. Candlelight conversations where hearts truly fly. The couple in the corner leaning across their drinks, their fingers almost touching as each carefully thinks about what to reveal next in this dance of getting known, while the pianist improvises a soundtrack of their own. There's magic in these evening hours when darkness seems to give permission to be vulnerable, to truly start to live. The candles glow creates a world just large enough for two, a universe of possibility where dreams might just come true. Candlelight conversations, words flowing like fine wine, truths that wouldn't be spoken in the harsh light of daytime. The accordion plays so softly, it's almost just a sigh. Candlelight conversations where hearts truly fly. The writer sits alone but content, with notebook and with pen, capturing these intimate scenes to bring to life again. In stories yet unwritten, in characters yet unnamed, these candlelight conversations, too beautiful to be tamed. So raise your glass to honesty the darkness seems to bring, when candles light our faces and hearts begin to sing. Candlelight conversations, treasures of the night, revealing deeper truths in gentle dancing light. breaks through shuttered windows as the cafe comes to life. Chairs scraping, coffee brewing, morning cuts like a knife. Through dreams still lingering softly as reality takes hold. Another day of possibilities waiting to unfold. Café du matin, wake me with your song, the melody of morning where I belong. The first sip of coffee, bitter and sweet, the rhythm of the day begins to beat. Café du matin, my ritual divine, these morning moments I claim as mine. The baker delivers fresh croissants, still warm from the oven's heart. The newspaper arrives with stories ready to impart. Early risers claim their tables, regulars who know the score. Each one with their own morning story, walking through the door. There's magic in these early hours before the world's awake, when possibility feels endless and dreams are still at stake. The day has yet to disappoint, no plans have gone astray. In this Café du Matin, hope greets the day. Café du Matin, wake me with your song, the melody of morning where I belong. The first sip of coffee, bitter and sweet, the rhythm of the day begins to beat. Café du Matin, my ritual divine, these morning moments I claim as mine. The barista knows my order, a simple nod will do. We share this quiet understanding, words would break the truth of morning sacred silence before the world grows loud. This peaceful time of solitude before the day's allowed. So here's to mornings in the cafe, to beginnings fresh and new, to rituals that center us when skies are gray or blue. Café du Matin, faithful friend, you ground me every day. Café du Matin, until tomorrow, when again I'll say bonjour. The cafe's nearly empty now, just a few souls remain. The waiters stack the chairs except for those that still contain the dreamers and the lovers, the poets and the lost, who are ready for this evening to become the past. It's the last dance at midnight, when magic still holds sway, when tomorrow's still a whisper and tonight refuses to fade away. The accordion plays one final song for those who can't let go of this perfectly imperfect night, the best that we might know. The candles burn down slowly, wax dripping like the hours that we've spent in conversation, discovering our powers to connect despite our differences, to see beyond the veil of ordinary interactions where most connections fail. In the space between what's ending and what has yet to start lies the beauty of this moment that's etching on my heart. The pianist joins the accordion for this farewell serenade, a duet of pure emotion as other sounds all fade. It's the last dance at midnight, when magic still holds sway, when tomorrow's still a whisper, and tonight refuses to fade away. The accordion plays one final song for those who can't let go of this perfectly imperfect night, the best that we might know. I wish that I could bottle this feeling, this cafe, the way the light hits empty glasses in this gentle midnight play of shadows and reflections, of music soft and low, of strangers who feel like family in this afterglow. So dance with me this last dance as midnight turns to day. Let's hold on to this moment before it slips away. In cafes across the city, similar scenes unfold, but ours feels like the only one, the only story told. The last dance at midnight, our perfect au revoir, until we meet again, my friend, in our favorite Cafe Noir.